Hey, what's going on? It's Jon Schnepp, and here we are. It's a comic book fantasy come true. We're at a Comikaze all year long. It's the big December holiday bash. As you can see, there's a lot of people behind us just hanging out, having some, delicious food, some hors d'oeuvres. I'm here with Chrissy Lynn.
Hi guys, what's going on?
Chrissy Lynn is a part of Le Geek So Chic. She ran the national cosplay over at Comikaze. If you saw our episode last month, those are all her pictures. Let's talk about that for a minute. So how did you get involved with that?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it was probably September or November 2011 for year one of Comikaze. Regina met me at Cosplay Karaoke, which is an event that I would have with several cosplayers and comic book writers in the community. And she said, hey, do you want to, host the cosplay contest at my show? And I'm like, I'll do you one better because I'm a planner organizer. I will run it for you. So I'll find your hosts, I'll find your judges, I'll find all those people. Just, I don't want to be in front of the camera shy. And then 5 years later, 5 amazing shows later, I'm still there. I'm still there running it every year on Saturday.
And it's so much bigger, as we've seen. We've all been there from the beginning of Comikaze. We've watched it grow and mutate into this strange creature that it is now, where all the nerds want to be. So it's a lot of fun. Let's talk about some stuff that's coming up. We got Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Are you a Star Wars fan?
A little bit.
Oh man, look at that!
Fan.
She is definitely
just a little bit.
She is tatted up with the not the rebellion.
I'm rebel scum.
Yeah,
I'm rebel scum.
So, hey, look, I'm looking forward to it. I like the way they've been doing all the trailers. They're not revealing too much, so we still don't know where Luke Skywalker is.
You saw the most recent one.
Saw the most recent one. Loved it. I love Kylo Ren and Phasma.
Yes.
I just keep saying, don't Jar Jar me, but as we get closer to it coming out, I'm really confident that we're not going to get Jar Jar.
I don't think we're going to get Jar Jar.
I've even bought those little action figures of Phasma and Kylo Ren, but then I was like, I'm not buying anymore. I don't want to get suckered in. Like, I don't even know what these characters really are.
Did you see the compilation of trailers that someone had cut?
Hell yeah. It's like 13 minutes, all sweating. I was like, show me again. Watched it like 5 times. There's been some really amazing magic fan edits going on. We saw somebody do an amazing Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice fan edit where they kind of cut out the reveal trailer ending, which you showed too much.
Too much.
Yeah, we don't care. We know Doomsday is going to be in it. We're not stupid. We know they're going to become friends. You don't have to show us that and then have the Batman vs. Superman logo come on. It's stupid.
Thank you, Joven, by the way, for sharing that. For editing that together.
I loved it. Is that who did it? Joven?
Yep, it was Joven.
You rock. Thank you, Joven.
You rock.
Captain America Civil War.
Yes.
Now that's another really big one that we're really excited about. I watched that trailer when it debuted. How does Jimmy Kimmel get all of these trailers? That's what he got the Civil War, he got the Batman, Superman. I heard he's showing Star Wars.
He knows people. It wouldn't
tomorrow.
Maybe he's got a small cameo in them because he's like, something. There's something going on there. But maybe he is Jar Jar.
No, I don't think that's
in the Star Wars.
No one is really Jar Jar. I think George Lucas is Jar Jar. But Civil War, what a fantastic trailer.
Okay, yeah, it was a really good trailer. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it's the Bucky show. It's the Bucky show, and if you did read any of Civil War, like even the tie-ins, you realize that Hollywood has to adapt, and it can't be exactly, panel for panel from the comic books. I didn't read any of Age of Ultron, but I know that it was not like the comics.
Right.
So, but I loved it. I loved it as it was. So I know Civil War is going to be really good as a third movie for the Captain America portion of the Avengers franchise and all that. But I like that they're not showing a lot, but they're showing enough. And that last scene though,
then
when it's Bucky and oh my God, they pass the shield. I'm like, ugh.
See, now that's how you do something like it's Captain America Civil War. It's Captain America versus Iron Man. They have a couple of lines back and forth. You show a little bit of them fighting, not them teaming up at the end like Batman v Superman. That's not the way to do a trailer. I think the Civil War trailer is the way to do a trailer.
A little bit.
Speaking of Star Wars and Marvel, you happen to work on a show called Superpower Beatdown. I've seen every single one of them. I think my favorite is the Darth Vader versus Batman one. That's fantastic.
I saw that for the first time at Comikaze at the panel. Blew my mind away. I was like, wow, you guys, Bat in the Sun is killing it.
And I've been watching Bat in the Sun for I don't know, since they started with their fan films. Maybe it was 5-6 years ago. Been a big fan of their stuff. I love the progression. I love the advances in the effects and the quality of the filmmaking. So what's the newest one you worked on?
Okay, so it comes out, it debuts this Friday, you guys. It's Darth Maul versus Spider-Man.
Right.
We shot, I believe it was days, and I'm the effects makeup artist on it, so I did all of Maul's makeup.
Wow.
I mean, we've got so many progress photos. The cast is great. The crew is awesome. A
So-
lot of the stunts are killer.
Now, did Darth Maul actually talk in this? Because he only says like one sentence in the Phantom Menace, and then gets cut in half.
Maybe.
So.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but he does say.
All right.
He does say a few things.
He
That's
says
all
a
I'm
few
gonna
more
say.
things than he said in the Phantom Menace before he went out like a,
Yes.
a little baby.
It is actually. I think it is actually him talking. It is our actor that's actually talking
All right,
this time,
then
as
they
opposed
find
to.
another dude to do the voice for him.
But there is a really big surprise, and you have to watch it. I can't say what the surprise is.
All right,
It's gonna
well,
blow your minds.
I'm going to keep the surprise going. I think let's move on and see where we're going next. Look at this handy pamphlet of this paper that
So
I have.
organized. You guys are so organized here.
Well, I'm going to throw over to Keith. He's got someone that he wants to introduce you to. Keith Tralins, what's up, man?
Thank you, John. I am here with the very modestly dressed Mike Wellman.
What's up, America?
From the Comic Bug, which has 2 stores in Manhattan Beach and
Beach.
Culver City.
Culver City, exactly
And
right.
Mike, thanks for coming in your Sunday best.
Thanks for having me, man. I figure, like, you're coming down to the prom, you got to dress up, right?
Right, it's the big party. You came, I think you dressed
Biddity bop,
spot
whatever
on.
they say.
So the reason why you people are, why is Mike Wellman here? Okay,
Why am I here?
Well, first of all, Comic Bug is one of the great stores in LA. And we
man.
did something with this year's Comikaze where we reached out and we worked with what I think are the best comic stores throughout LA. And we had a little contest.
A friendly competition, if you will.
Right, the comic book store that sold the most tickets to its patrons
Yes.
actually won stuff, like the top 5. But the number 1 store,
We won like a live human being, if I'm not mistaken.
correct, it got an in-store, wins an in-store visit by Stan Lee.
The man.
You might be familiar vaguely with him.
So you brought me here to tell me we lost this competition.
No, we brought you here to tell you won. Stan
Yes!
is going to be coming to the Comic Bug.
Awesome.
So it'll be booked sometime in 2016. Look for it. Go visit the Comic Bug.
Thank you, bro. Hey, thank you. We've been
it's
trying
my
for
pleasure.
11 years to get Stan to come to our store. We even named our Latvarian lounge after him. And
See, that's awesome.
Stan, this is happening, baby. This is real.
So
no getting out of this.
We're very excited to be doing that, and thank you to all the other stores, everyone from our partner Meltdown to Earth 2. There's so
All
many.
awesome
Golden
shops.
Apple, great stores. You know, the community in LA, I think, is fantastic. And you're going to see other stores. Yes, you got the spotlight now, but we're going to give the spotlight to
Well,
all
I think
the great
those other
stores.
stores, maybe Steve Ditko can go to Meltdown or something. You
Yeah.
know, Steve, if you come out
That
to
was
play.
a name drop.
It's like a challenge. It's like, I will come out and sign the first time in 40 years. Yeah.
So, but thank you for your help in making Comikaze such
Dude,
a big
thanks
success.
for having us in, the pavilion, and it was the show itself was amazing. It
was a lot
It's
of
really
fun.
cool to see a show like that just grow and flourish, and the diversity and the happiness of everybody. And yeah, you guys do a really awesome job. Thank you.
You're welcome to just keep talking as
I
much
can
as you
go
want
on.
about me. But no, so one of the things we do here at Comikaze all year long is we like to talk to people about what's going on in the news.
Let's hear it.
And since you're like a comic book guy, he owns some stores, I wanted to know, there was some big news came out yesterday
Yeah.
about a new line of books that Marvel's just announced, Apocalypse War.
It's an event, yeah. It's a
So-
big event that's happening.
so
I
what
guess
do you-
next summer or something.
Yeah, what are your thoughts? What do you know about it? Anything you can share? Or like, I have no idea?
We don't know a lot. We know that it's involving Apocalypse, the young teenage snot Apocalypse grown up, being a bad butt. And it's a crossover event, which, we remember those good old crossover events in the meetings. And I think there was a concern or a worry that, with the new sort of all new, all different Marvel, that the mutants would be swept aside. It's nice to see that they're getting some love, they're getting some action.
Right.
Still no sign of the Fantastic Four, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm
But
sure
yeah,
they'll
it'll be
come at
cool.
some point, right?
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Well, and I think also the movie is really, because it's going to introduce the mainstream to the character of Apocalypse.
Yes,
who's
yes.
such a great baddie.
he is a great character. yeah.
I'm a little more partial
Looks
to
a little
Apocalypse
like
than
Darkseid,
Thanos.
but he's very different
bit.
inside.
I always, my thing was the four horsemen. I thought
Yes.
that was one of a great set of villains, that each of them having their things, and making Angel.
Yeah, and then when Archangel became one of them, oh my God,
crazy.
yeah. Who's going to be the next to join the Four Horsemen? Is it
Exactly.
Wolverine? Who knows?
Well, they did that already, kind of.
they did. Yeah,
Sort of.
So we'll see. They're obviously going to inject some energy and some new blood into this, and it's always nice to see. As long as it's not too big, it's kind of cool because there's only like 3 or 4 X titles now, so it won't
Right.
be 18 different books that you have to buy. It'll be
Right.
like 3.
Right,
It'll be a
right.
nice little tight storyline.
So is there anything else going on in the comic book world that you are excited about, and more importantly, that you've noticed your readers, your patrons are really, really pumped up about?
Well, you know what I see happening on the front lines there is just like this awesome sort of influx of, like, with the all new, all different Marvel, which started a few months ago, but the diversity, you know, and I really dig that, and I really like applaud it because, you know, number one, it's just nice to see the melting pot of the world come together. But number two, that's like a whole population that hasn't been coming to my store.
Right.
And they're coming, and like there's stuff for them, and they love it, and it's great, and it's exciting, and you know, there's energy. It's like it's fresh, it's new, and you know, I've been saying for a while we've entered a new era of comics, the inclusive age.
I like that name.
And
I like
there's
that
always
name.
a milestone book that sets it off. You know, like Showcase number 4 was the beginning of Silver Age. Giant Size X-Men number 1 was the beginning of the Bronze Age. Edge of Spider-Verse number 2 was the beginning of the inclusive age. It's a key book, and we are in a new era, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Very cool.
Yeah, so there it is, folks. Stan, you know it. You know what I'm talking about, Stan?
Oh, he knows.
Yes,
he definitely
true
knows.
believer, I know.
Is there a book that you're surprised to see how well it's doing that you didn't think it was going to do that great to begin with?
I mean, we knew the Star Wars comics would do well, but oh my God. I mean,
Ridiculous,
we can't
right?
keep up. Like, we ordered 300 copies, and that's not enough. 400 copies, it's not enough. I mean, Star Wars it's just like this fever that's, it's you know, it's great because it makes us money, but I would say it's worse than the bubonic plague.
But isn't it great?
More infectious, I should say.
Isn't it great though for the comic book collector because
Oh, yeah.
they were underprinted, so these books might actually have value.
Yeah. I mean, we got to throw it to Schnepp here in a minute, but
He's reading my notes. No, you're supposed to answer the
he might have
question
something to say.
I'm supposed to throw.
It is great. It's you know, 7th printing, I think, at least on Star Wars number 1, and they're great books. Yeah, it's an exciting time to be a retailer. You know, with the convention scene, the community is at an all-time high as far as like interaction, really cool stuff to do, and I love it.
Well,
thanks for letting me be a part of it, man.
Thank you for all your help for making Comikaze a success. Congratulations on the big win, and
Rock on,
we
man.
will see you more. Thanks, John. Back to you in the party.
As soon as that red light goes on, we are back. What's going on? It's Jon Schnepp. I'm back here with Alicia Marie. You might know her from the Booty Bible. And she's got the, let's see those abs. Can you show them? Can you see, just check these abs out. They're crazy.
Right here
Yeah, you can just show them, man. Those are the abs of steel. Like Superman is afraid of these abs. These are crazy abs. So what's your? I hear you're a gamer. What's your favorite game that you got going on?
My favorite game? Oh yeah. So basically, I'm a fitness person. I like working out. Even though people are like, you work out, that's really corny. I like working out. It's how I get rid of excess energy. But I mean, I'm actually a gamer. And this is what I get from people. You don't look like a gamer. I'm like, what does a gamer look like? Hello?
Yeah.
You know what it is? I'm really competitive, but I come from organized sports and athletics team sports. So obviously I'm not a professional athlete. So in 2000, I actually came into gaming pretty late. In 2006, 2007 is when I really discovered, like, I was like World of Warcraft. I became like a crazy person. I lost years of my life.
Yeah.
Playing World of
No,
Warcraft.
you gained so much. Everybody's always like, you're gonna lose so much of your life. You have to flip that. Like, what else? You're enjoying yourself in a weird alternate universe with a bunch of other people. That's enjoying yourself. It's not losing life.
I'm sorry, you know, even though I did miss flights, I missed 2 flights because I was in dungeons.
Oh yeah, I missed lots of sleep that I caught up with later. So it's like that's how I look at anything. Like people could be like, you're drawing, oh you're wasting your life, or you're like whatever you do that you're doing, you're not wasting your life. It's something that you enjoy. So you have to embrace that. I think we were just talking about gaming a minute ago with Chrissy, and it's like you gotta embrace the things that you enjoy and not look at them in a negative way.
Preach! That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So you know what? I know you haven't seen it yet, but I wanted to talk about Jessica Jones.
Oh, tell me about it.
It's a great new Netflix series. It's based off the comic book by Brian Michael Bendis.
Yeah, I do know.
It's the second series. They got 4 coming out. They got Daredevil. They got Jessica Jones. Next year is Luke Cage and Daredevil season 2, and then you got Iron Fist. And so that's Luke Cage and Iron Fist are comic book characters, Power Man and Iron Fist. So there's a lot of fun stuff. I recently watched all of Jessica Jones. I thought it was fantastic. It's an amazing series.
Yeah.
If you haven't gotten a chance to check it out, it's definitely it's female centric. It's all the main characters are women. It's definitely, it's not just like a girl power, female empowerment thing. It's a great story, but also it really is about like loss and getting back things that you feel were taken away from you and regaining yourself. So if you haven't had a chance to check out Jessica Jones, I think you'll really dig it.
See, this month is usually like at the end of the year wrap up when all work stuff starts getting crazy. I'm a writer. I just like that production stuff as well. So busy, and I'm saving all these awesome things for when everything is gone and I can just indulge myself with a bag of Cheetos, watch it all at once.
Right on.
Abs can go straight to hell.
Yeah, and you know, like, give your abs a break. Have some more of those Hershey Kisses. They're like sprinkled all over the place. There's too many of them right now.
I'm so looking forward to it.
Yeah. So what else? What is the last thing you want to say about what you got going on this month?
Yes, I do. Actually, kind of go backwards into gaming. With a friend of mine, I formed an all-female, hopefully one day to be competitive, Heroes of the Storm team. Heroes of the Storm is a multiplayer online battlefield arena game that was created by Blizzard, who also created World of Warcraft. And the game was an alpha beta and it launched officially in June. So I've been playing since beta, and I have 5 girls. Our team name is the Mistress. And we're entering the Nexus 4, 5, 6 times a week, kicking ass. So kicking booty.
Right.
So I mean, if you haven't tried Heroes of the Storm, if you like MOBAs, this is the perfect starter MOBA. Like if League of Legends and Dota are just up here, as far as Heroes of the Storm is fast, but it's not as layered as Defense of the Ancients can be. So.
And you can play online as a team. So if you see the Mystics pop up, back off, because they're going to kick your ass. And you're going to know Alicia Marie is in charge of that, so you might want to call her out and be like, I know who's in charge. Be like, I'm coming for you. It's going to be really scary. I'm not playing.
Oh no, those crazy chicks, not them again.
I'm going to invest some time into Fallout 4. I'm really excited. I just finished this music video today. It's like a death metal band. Pilgrim, what's up? If you like Pilgrim, check it out. It's going to be on YouTube through Metal Blade later in the week. But I just finished that. I've been working on that like a dog, so I'm like little relaxation time and some Fallout 4 coming to me. So
I'm so looking forward to that. Just a little bit of action. This is fun because everybody here's kind of hanging out and drinking, and everybody has their ugly Christmas sweaters.
Or amazing Christmas sweaters.
How cute is that? You know which one I want? The Drake one. The Drake dance, the highlight.
Right, that's a sweater. That's right. That's right. You call me on my sweater phone. Yeah. Wait, let's pop it off. Where are we going right now? We're going to throw over to Bernadette. What's going on over there?
Hi, oh my gosh, we're back. Here I am trying to read the chat room. I'm trying to do a giveaway to see if anybody remembered my favorite holiday movie. So right now I'm going to do a quick shout out, and thanks so much to Jeff Gund, who got our amazing audience here tonight. He's the guy to go to if you have a party and you want an amazing audience. He's the guy. They actually have a party tomorrow called Info List. It's their holiday party at Sofitel. So definitely check that out. I'm also going to do a $25 Jinx giveaway in a second in the chat room. So make sure you're at youtube.com and look up Comikaze Holiday Celebration. I am there representing theStreamtv. So I'm going to do that. And Jinx is a clothing, toys, and apparel company that's like super awesome. You're going to want the 25 bucks. A reminder to everybody to follow Stanley Comikaze. So make sure that's at Stanley Comikaze and at theStreamtv. And if you want to follow me, I'm at Ms. Bernadette B. That's MS Bernadette B. I will also be doing some Twitter stuff too. Yeah, basically just come check us out. Come chat with me. We're talking about Lex Luthor and the new Superman. We're talking about holiday gifts. We're talking about all the fun stuff for the holidays. So let's see if we can get some other people. Once again, I think everybody's just waving at me. But so yeah, let's go to the chat room and let's see. Oh, someone did say Die Hard. So I asked them if they remembered what my favorite holiday movie was. But Die Hard rules, because somebody thought Die Hard was my favorite holiday movie, which it isn't, but it's a pretty damn good movie. Let's see. So I'm doing one giveaway here. I'm going to be doing a Jinx giveaway. And like I said, make sure to follow us on @theStreamtv. And let's see. I might just have to give it away to Die Hard because that's awesome. Let's see. Hi! people are taking pictures of me, and so I thought I should wave. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up and do a giveaway in the chat room. So let's throw Keith back to you wherever you are. I can't even see you.
I don't know if we're supposed to give them away or not. I might. How long? Oh, we're about to go live. Let me do this.
See it.
Oh, we're live.
We are live.
Were we live that whole time?
I don't know. We were talking
It's a
about the
party.
Snap Pets.
We were looking at Snap Pets. Thank you, Wowee, for the Snap Pets.
This looks like an actual cat. This one is like a one-eyed monster. This
But
is.
it's adorable, and they're a sponsor, so be nice.
It looks good. No, I'm like, okay, kitty, I get that one. This one has been called from an alien planet. So you're gonna take a risk with this one. It might be worth it though. You can take photos and stuff.
Yeah, it's a selfie. It's a selfie.
So you set the little alien up. You set the alien up
You
and you take
these
photos.
guys. You can't show.
No, I was pretending to do it.
Anyway,
And
this
is
is
like a
Jonathan
Tamagotchi.
London. You guys might know Jonathan London from Geekscape. He does a lot of stuff in the nerd community.
Yes.
He's always around. He's a good pundit.
I like going to Comikaze.
Yes,
and doing
you
some
do.
of your, you guys were really amazing at Comikaze because you guys let me do some of the panels, and I got to talk to some of my favorite creators.
You definitely had like a little
Killed it.
run there.
Like
where-
Grant Morrison, Rob Liefeld. I thought Daryl from DMC was amazing.
He is.
Daryl
He's-
from Run DMC almost made me cry on stage, and I want to get that audio or video to you from you because he said some of the most beautiful things about the power of comic books and pop culture. What we celebrate, that it just needs to be shared with the world. You can tell why the guy was so successful using his rhyming abilities and his spoken word abilities, because he almost had me in tears talking about the power of comics.
His vision is amazing. And what people didn't see behind the scenes with Jonathan was pinch hitting at the last minute on a whole bunch of panels because we had a couple people call in sick, Wayne Brady. And but Wayne, he didn't fill in for Wayne Brady. That was Greg Grunberg. But Jonathan was like such a sport in like jumping in. Like, yes, sure, I can interview the people from 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Let's do it. All I need is 5 seconds in a Google, and we are ready to go. And having those guys just talk about Stanley Kubrick for 30 minutes was something I wasn't gonna. I mean, if there's anything that we've been doing with Geekscape it's gonna be 9 years.
Wow.
It's 9 years.
You're old, man.
Is every week we've had a new person to talk to, and I just love talking to people. I like talking to people about stories. I love talking to people about culture. I love talking to people basically about all the things that are really popular right now that we all love to celebrate. And so I'll jump at any opportunity to talk to somebody who's passionate about storytelling or passionate about culture and the things we live in. I mean, I don't have to tell you guys. That's what this show is.
Right, you got to come see it, and that's why we love having you there, because your passion is shared by everybody. But enough about Comikaze.
Let's talk about the Snap Pets.
Yeah, well, no, let's talk about things that are in the news, and then we'll talk about Snap Pets as we give one of these away. So now, Jonathan, you're a bit of a nerd. You're familiar with the nerd world. A couple weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, there was a big controversy in the marketing of some, I think, what qualifies as nerd content, where Amazon has a new show called Man in the High Tower, great book, and it's about what if the Nazis won and took over America, basically, and we were a Nazi country.
Yeah, it's a super popular book series.
Right, and what they did was they decorated the New York subways with Nazi and Japanese, like wartime Japanese symbolism.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that? Was that a good idea?
I think it's more gray area than black and white. So you just threw me. Is it a good idea? I think it was an aggressive idea.
Yes.
To put these things up there. And what they did was it wasn't just purely all the symbolism, putting it all over the subways and buses. They had, like, on one side of the subway they would have, the American flag, and on the other side they'd have like Nazi propaganda flag, and it's like, oh, but for
awesome.
but for a couple things happening in history, we could be living in like a Nazi America, and that imagery is very strong, and obviously that imagery is very decisive. I think it was a very aggressive move. Was it the right move? Yeah, they got talked about.
Yep,
so
I agree.
It doesn't matter if those things were up for one day. I don't know how long they were actually up.
I don't think they were up very long.
They caused a big to-do.
Maybe somebody from New York can tell Bernadette.
But yeah, they got talked about, and
Yes,
I
they
think
did.
after Jeffrey Tambor won the Golden Globe for
Transparent.
Transparent, and so Amazon kind of got on the map. But let's face it, as geeks, Netflix is killing it. And if you're going with that game, it's all about Netflix, Hulu. I think they're doing
stepping
okay.
up their game. They're getting there.
Stepping up.
They're getting there.
Yahoo obviously took a major financial hit trying to make original series. So original series is something that you have to go all in on because you have to buy a ton of episodes right off the bat, right? Because you're going up all the way. You're doing 13, 18, 26 episodes right off the bat. That's your order, right? It's not like this thing like, oh, we'll do a pilot, see how it is. No, you're buying
you got to come out guns a-blazing and get that attention.
You can really lose your shirt doing original content. And so they had to do something ballsy. They did it. We talked about it, and it's getting seen, and it's getting a lot of critical acclaim. So they made the move.
I think it worked. I loved it. And by the way, I happen to think the artwork they did, because it's not going to get called out like this, I happen to think the artwork was also very, very good.
You can't keep that up.
The art designer did a great job.
You can't keep that on the subways, though. You can't.
But it looked great.
And it worked.
All right, so hey, we're going to do something now. We're going to give something away. One of our sponsors for tonight is Jinx. Jinx, the lifestyle apparel company. Thank you, Jinx. And I'm just going to grab somebody. I'm going to grab this person right here, whoever this is. Hi, what's your name?
Tara.
Here, let's give her the mic. It's Tara. Say your name again.
Tara.
And Tara, as you can see, has she looks
baby.
pregnant, but it's a Santa baby. And because of this incredible cosplay, we'll call it that, I want to say our sponsor, Jinx, you won a prize. You won a gift card from Jinx. Yay! Is that great? I think it's $25 or $20 or something from Jinx, our sponsor. So there we go, Tara, the pregnant elf in the nether regions. Yes?
Do they make maternity gear over
I hope so.
Like, do they make maternity stuff at Jinx?
They will now. Everything they have is very
don't
stretchy.
shake it.
Oh my gosh, she's going into labor. All right, so we're going to throw now back to Jon or to Bernadette or someone, I'm not sure who, but I'm waiting for someone to let me know that we're going to throw now back to you. Still not. Nope, still on me. Well, thank you. There we go.
Hey, what's going on? It's Jon Schnepp here. I'm sitting here with the Flux Capacitors. You got Ryan, you got Brian. What's going on, guys?
Not much. I'm Brian Lanzarato. I'm the guitarist for the Flux Capacitors.
I'm Ryan Silverberg. I'm the keyboardist for the Flux Capacitors.
Well, thanks for coming down, man. So you guys just rocked it at the Comikaze, like the big party, basically, and it was fantastic. I was just telling these guys, I got a chance to see their entire show. It was fantastic. What made you guys start the Flux Capacitors?
Well, at some point, I got fed up with all the projects I was in, and I decided that I needed to be in a band playing the music I grew up on, the music that makes me what I am. And that was the music from the 80s that I grew up on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all wanted to be. We had this like communal idea that we wanted to start like a really great 80s band, and our goal was to do a lot of justice to the acts that we would cover, and be able to bring like a legitimate live music experience to everybody who was into 80s music. That's really how it happened, and the way we chose the Flux Capacitors, it just came to us one day, and we're like, you know what? People are going to respond. They're going to respond to this. It reaches an emotional chord with them, and it might even just make people like more excited to see us. Like, hey, there's the cast of Back to the Future. That looks really cool. Not really, but.
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. I loved your guys' cover of Billy Idol's Rebel Yell.
Thank you.
You mixed it up in such a great way. It spans so many of the great 80s hits. I know you guys are calling yourself the Flux Capacitors and dress up, but you really are like a great kind of across the board. You get a chance to listen to some of the really amazing 80s musical hits, but done in with definite passion and flavor. Sometimes a little spin of your own on it. So I thought it was great. How was it to play with the legendary DMC? So of Run DMC, you got DMC's got his comic book out. He's making those Comikaze comic book convention appearances. Getting his comic book out there. But man, he got on stage with you guys. I saw Run DMC, this dates me a little bit, but I saw the very first Fresh Fest with Run DMC, Grandmaster Flash, the Fat Boys, the very first appearance of the Beastie Boys, 85. But close, it was fantastic. I've been a fan of Run DMC my entire life. I saw them multiple times. It was great to actually finally meet DMC, but to get a chance to see him perform and do It's Tricky Again with you guys, rocking it live, was so unbelievably off the charts, off the chain, off the planet. It was so exciting. How did it feel to be on stage making that scene happen?
Oh, it was all that what you said and more. it was, I mean, it was one of the highlights of my career. And, you know, I got a chance to tell DMC, he's such a great guy. I got a chance to tell him that, you know, the first cassette tape I ever owned was Raising Hell.
Hell yeah.
And you know, ever since I was a little kid, I looked up to them, and to finally, you know, never once thought that I would actually be on stage with some of those guys, and to be able to do that with DMC was just of the highest honor.
Definitely.
It was the highest privilege.
In this band, we've performed with a lot of original 80s artists, from Oingo Boingo to When in Rome to Bow Wow. This was a special thing, like he was saying for him, this was a special thing for me. I've been a hardcore Run DMC fan since I was in 5th grade, and I was skating to Raising Hell and License to Ill, you know, Beastie Boys was on top of the charts. And I never thought I would have been on stage with either Run or DMC, but I have to say that Run DMC would not exist without JMJ. So I just hope that Jam Master J.
Yeah, Jam Master J.
Yeah.
Thank you for the show. I was actually going to give him a shout out if you didn't. Rest in peace, Jam Master J.
Yeah. I just hope that if he was looking down on us, that he would approve of what he heard. You know, so it was a total honor.
For sure, man. Let's talk about, like, I'm very happy that you guys got to rock it out with DMC. You guys are also in this brand new documentary. Like, I made a documentary over the last 2.5 years called The Death of Superman Lives, What Happened. It was about the Tim Burton, Kevin Smith, Superman Lives movie that was going to be produced by John Peters, who's going to have Nicolas Cage play Superman. Around the same time, I heard a little bit about this Back in Time documentary that was all about Back to the Future and the making of Back to the Future and how it actually all came about. I thought the documentary is really well put together. It's on Netflix right now, and you guys are in it too. Let's talk about that. How did you get involved in that documentary?
You know, it ties back to to how we really got involved with Back to the Future on like a legitimate scale in the first place. Which, you know, we did not start this band to be the Back to the Future band. We sort of got inducted into it, or conscripted into it as we went along. We very quickly met cast members, and they introduced us to so and so and so and so, until we sort of became like the actual, like the band that represents the Back to the Future trilogy. And we were asked to be in, when we found out about the documentary, pretty quickly after that, we were asked to be in it. They wanted to come out and interview us. They also interviewed Frank Price, he was the former chairman of Universal Studios, on the same day.
Right.
And we went out to Gamble House in Pasadena, which was Doc Brown's mansion, and we filmed over there. That was an amazing experience. Hey, we're in a film with Michael J. Fox and Steven Spielberg. That's pretty awesome.
It's a great film. And so where are you guys playing next? What's your next thing? What are you doing next?
Okay.
I mean, we're playing this weekend at what is it, the New Wave Bar?
Well, we play like a chain of 80s clubs in the area when we're not doing like Comikaze and stuff.
All right.
So we'll be at one of the 80s clubs this weekend, actually. Yeah.
All right, well, look them up, the Flux Capacitors. You can check them out. They're definitely worth checking out. They're a really great band. So, Bernadette, what is going on over there?
And we're back, and people are crossing in front, but that's okay because that's live TV or live YouTube, whatever we tend to be doing. So I hope everyone's having a good night. I'm going to do some awesome shout-outs. Congrats to Pierre Kelly. He just won the REV, the Robotic Enhanced Vehicle by WowWee. Then a shout-out to Juan Hunter. He won a signed comic book by Stan Lee, the Silver Surfer. If you've noticed, I've now put on my sparkle shades, hashtag sparkle shade by me, Bernadette Bentley of Bernadazzled. And let's see what else we got. I've still got to do a $25 Jinx giveaway. Now I have 2 to give away. I may just pick some people from the audience here because they're awesome and having a great time, and I want to even enhance their time here. I love seeing everybody talk about what they had. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. A great time that they had at Comikaze this year. I know I had a fantastic time. So make sure to follow at Stanley Comikaze. No, that's not right. Did I say that right? I'm gonna look at my papers. Yes, I was right. Stanley Comikaze. Haha. And at theStreamtv. theStreamtv. Also, if you want to be totally awesome and subscribe now to theStream.tv, you can check back with us throughout. We'll have other, stuff going, and you can come chat with me. There's a bit link on the Twitter from @theStreamtv, so you can come and join the chat room with me. It's on YouTube. It's the Comikaze Holiday Celebration if you want to just look it up and watch. Let's see. I'm going to say, anyone else want a shout out? Cool. I'm going to promote Jinx one more time because they are awesome. I'm going to do another $25 giveaway, either in the chat room or live, and we're going to throw it back to Shep. Shep, where are you?
Hey, what's going on?
Hello.
I'm sitting here with the beautiful Satine Phoenix. What's going on?
Do you need a thing? I need a...
Oh yeah, you just.
Hi, I'm Satine.
What's going on? So you just this year has been really great for you. You just came out with your brand new comic book, The New Praetorians.
New Praetorians.
So what's going on with that?
It's a lot of work. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do a graphic novel series. It's going to be 70 pages per graphic novel, and there's going to be 27 of them.
What?
Womp womp. It's all
What, are you trying to break Akira's record? That's pretty amazing.
Yes. Yes, as of right now I am.
That's pretty good.
But it's hard, man. I got a concussion this year and I had to relearn how to draw. Like, that is so hard. But it's good. It's good.
I'm glad you survived that. I was on Facebook reading about some of that stuff, like, up to the minute, like, are you okay? So it's like, it's good. I'm glad
day
you're...
to day, man. But the one thing that I'm really good at is sitting at home and working for 16 hours a day.
Damn.
Art is serious
16 hours a day. This woman is committed.
It looks like
There's
this.
a comic. Yeah, the next time you're at any of these comic book conventions, which you should be going to all the time.
Every one of them.
If you don't make it out to any one of them, definitely come next year to Comikaze. Satine will be here. If you're like in the LA area or anywhere in California, she'll be popping off at all the different comic book conventions, I'm sure,
That's
like Long
true.
Beach and
Yeah.
a bunch of other ones. But you definitely want to make sure you get to Comikaze and support artists like Satine and get her book. I mean,
That's right.
these are independent comic books. They're not like in part of the big league yet. It's like, just like...
I'm like baby league.
Yeah, baby league, junior league, middle league. It's not a baby league. It's like, here's my pamphlet. Yeah, it's like
That is not a pamphlet.
That's not a pamphlet. That's the middle league stuff. That's like the minor league. Let's call it minor. It's not the major.
I put in the minor leagues.
It's the minor. So you want to support that kind of stuff. What have you got coming up next?
I did a children's book called The Pretend Adventures of Philippe Chavandre. It's teaching kids astrophysics.
What?
Yeah.
I like it.
I know, right? And then you can see all my art on Loyal Subjects. They're like Transformer box covers and Mr. Potato Head and Ninja Turtle shirts.
Well, check it out. Like, here's like two little news items. Hideo Kojima was not allowed to get his award for Metal Gear Solid. We were hearing about that. What do you think about that? Why?
I didn't finish reading the article, but he awards himself after every single scene. I'm playing that game right now,
Right.
Metal Gear Solid, and it's just like, okay, you have to wait for the intro, and then there's the outro credits after every, like, oh, come on.
Oh, wow. All right.
But
well,
it's beautiful.
Well,
So he deserves an award of some sort, but he has given him.
I'm sure he'll be getting tons of awards. You know what needs an award right now? Game of Thrones.
Dude.
I'm tired of waiting. Season 6 is happening. Like, look, we know Jon Snow's alive.
He's totally alive.
It's like we don't need. It's not that much of a secret. Like the teaser trailer shows a lot of cool scenes, which there were so many cool scenes in that little like 43-second like quick like oh my god, and then it's over.
Yeah, but I was like, wait, was that from the last one, or are they repeating from the new one? Like,
So,
where are they taking some of these
Tralins
from?
was like talking about some brand new voiceover. I don't care.
We were
I wanna
sad
see
about
footage.
it. We couldn't even hear it in here.
Yeah.
It was too
I
loud.
see footage. So, it's like, yeah, the skeletons were cool. We've seen it. We've already seen season 5.
I'm really excited. I actually stopped reading the books after like the second book because I didn't want to know what was going on. But now, like, nobody knows except for there's so many theorists out there. I feel like I've already read whatever books are supposed to be written.
Right, you've advanced thought them. You're like, there's so many theories. I feel like I've read 8 books.
All the parallel universe.
So I'm not reading any of the Game of Thrones books. I'm gonna like just wait because I'm enjoying the live action Game of Thrones so much. I cannot wait. I guess I have to wait until April, right?
You're waiting.
I'm waiting. But I'm really excited about it. So any of you guys and gals who are into Game of Thrones, you should tweet in right now. Let Bernadette know what's up. Satine, anything else you want to say before we sign off?
I love Comikaze!
Yeah, Comikaze's it. So, blue dress with leaves. Jinx giveaway. That's what I've been just thrown by our producer. So I'm going to throw it over to Keith. Keith, grab this. Oh, hold up. Don't throw it anywhere. You got a blue dress. This woman with a blue dress.
This is one of my best friends in the whole world.
So she's got a Jinx giveaway. Is that right?
I guess so.
All right. What is? Sit right there.
You can sit on the.
Yep. Wait. Don't sit on the cushions, kids. Go ahead and tell them all about Jinx.
They actually just told me I was coming on camera. So I guess Jinx. I'm the
Who's the winner? She's the winner. She won the Jinx thing.
You tell me about Jinx.
Is that what happened? She's the winner.
Jinx, joke's on me.
I think this whole thing is jinxed, yo. Hey, let's throw it over to Keith and see what happens.
A quarter of them, 20% of them.
Yeah.
Because we're live. Hey everybody, I hope you guys are enjoying the party. These guys are. We're sorry you're not here, but I am joined right now by one Jordan Gorfinkel, known lovingly in the community as Gorf. Hello, Gorf.
Hello, Keith. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah to you too, Jordan. Gorf. So why am I sitting with Gorf? Gorf is an expert on many things. But one of the things he's truly an expert on, and I think it's underappreciated, and you don't get enough recognition or enough attention for this, is Gorf spent many, many years as the editor of a little comic book called Batman. Is that it? Batman? Something about a vigilante. And there you go. During some really key developmental periods of it. What was that like for you? What were you doing? Tell the people what you did, because it's monumental.
Thank you, Keith. I worked on Batman during the period of time from Nightfall to No Man's Land. So we started by breaking Batman's back, and we took it about 10 years later to a series that I was fortunate to have had green-lighted by DC Comics, in which Batman had to take back his city after the bridges are blown and all the villains take over the city.
Sounds a little familiar.
Yeah, it was inspiration for The Dark Knight Rises, a film by Christopher Nolan. And in between, we had all kinds of great stories and all kinds of great new characters. So we were talking just a moment ago with one of the storyboard artists on the new Harley Quinn movie,
Chase Conley.
And I was fortunate to be one of the guys to introduce Harley Quinn to the Batman continuity. It was an animated series character up till that point. And we worked with a great team at that time. We called ourselves the Bat Guys. It was Scott Peterson, Darren Vincenzo, and myself working under the legendary Denny O'Neil.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable what was going on in that era, because that's the era that really set the stage for the reboot of Batman, which is a very important part of why superhero is such an important part of our community today. And so now we have the next generation, the next film, a little movie called Superman vs. Batman. They just released the trailer last week. A lot of heads exploded, a lot of talk. Some people absolutely went crazy. Some people had some criticisms of it. As someone who really knows those characters, what did you think of it?
I am always careful not to judge by a trailer. It's kind of like judging a book by its cover, which usually in comic book cases is a good thing to do because it's always such pretty art. But in this case, I can tell you a couple of observations, and I should establish that I'm on the outside looking in now.
Right, yes you are.
For the most part, in terms of Batman.
That's why you can talk about why you hate it so much. No.
Well, that's leading the witness counselor.
No.
Right. Actually, when Keith invited me to talk about this, I emailed him back and said, sure, I love biting the hand that feeds me. Well, often people will come up to me and say, oh, I love Batman so much. And I say, well, thank you very much for supporting my family, because that's honestly how I feel about it. I feel very close to the folks at DC Comics and DC Entertainment. So I'll tell you that I'm very hopeful for the movie.
Yes.
I think it's intriguing, as many people have said online, that they are picking up on some of the perceived criticisms from Man of Steel and turning them into story points, which is fascinating.
Strengths. I think they're turning them into strengths, quite frankly.
I would concur. People have asked me, what do I think about Ben Affleck as Batman? First of all, I'm forgetting the name of the movie, but he played...
he was Daredevil.
Well, before that, or excuse me, after that, he played the guy who played Superman. He played...
yes, he did. He played not
George Reeves.
George Reeves, yes.
Right. And he was great in that movie. Black Dahlia? Am I getting that right?
No, not that one. But yes, and he did great in that, and that sort of started that whole Ben Affleck resurgence.
Yeah.
Wasn't as big as the McConaissance, but I love that you brought it up because since the day they announced Ben Affleck as Batman, I actually couldn't think of a better choice than Ben Affleck because I happen to think Ben Affleck is one of the most underrated actors, one of the most underappreciated actors, and he happens to be an absolute genius who is going to be able to interpret that content and convey it properly. I can't wait to see him do it. I think the trailer gave away too much. I thought the trailer looked great, though. I felt like they could have cut it off halfway, and I would have been. I can't wait for this thing.
Right.
I'm still very excited to see it, but I kind of feel like I know a little bit of the surprises now.
People do ask me all the time what I think about Ben Affleck as Batman, and my answer is very simple. The Batman that they're using in this movie is one from, shall we say, the Dark Knight era, and it's a Batman who's older, a Batman who's seasoned, a Batman who's been through a lot of ups and especially a lot of downs. That kind of sounds like Ben Affleck a little bit.
A little bit,
The guy has seen ups and he's seen some serious downs.
Yes.
So I would think that bringing his personal experience, as all actors really must do, to the character of Bruce Wayne and Batman is going to be fascinating to see. And I can tell you, from the trailer bits that I've seen so far, he seems to be pretty passionate. He seems to really be bringing his A+ game, and I too am looking forward to it. I can also tell you that I'm looking forward to this movie because I think it'll be a tremendous battle of chins. I had the opportunity to review it quickly, the latest trailer right before I sat down with you, and I couldn't help but notice that there's some really prominent chins.
Very
nice
handsome chins.
Dimples going on there.
Yes, the casting agent has a bias, clearly.
Yeah. You know, I think if I haven't seen Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman aside from that little spoilery ending thing over there, but I imagine that she must have a tremendous chin as well.
Well, I don't know if she has a big chin. I think she looks great. I think that that was one of the things I was actually very excited about because they made her so strong. I felt like, you know what, this is going to work. I just wish I'd seen a little less. That's why I'm avoiding the Star Wars trailers. I'm going to avoid the Batman v Superman trailers from now on so I don't see any more. All right, so we're going to go back to Bernadette because Bernadette has some really cool stuff going on. Bernadette, what's going on with you?
Hey guys, it's Bernadette Bentley again coming at you from the chat room. We just had a winner, East Blue Drew, just won the Ultimo comic. This is pretty cool. I've been looking at these drawings earlier. So congratulations for that. We have been talking about, what have we been talking about? We've been talking about Game of Thrones because we saw the images come up. I posed a question of, do you think Jon Snow is still alive? I personally think he is. I think he's going to come back in fire, but that's just a guess. I've been giving some prizes away. I gave away a Jinx gift card in the room. I'm going to do another one. I gave away one of my sparkle shades. It looks like everyone's having a pretty awesome time here. I just, again, want to shout out to make sure to follow at theStreamtv on Twitter. And make sure to follow at Stanley Comikaze. And if you want to follow me, I'm at Ms. Bernadette B. That's MS Bernadette B. So we are now going to take a quick commercial break, and we will see you back shortly. Thanks.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live. In case you missed it live.
How did we not figure that out?
We had a crazy vampire threesome. And you can't unsee that. That's burned into my brain now.
I was like,
How did you get here? No. Look at me. I'm dancing.
You know why we saying yes. You know why we saying yes.
He is quite something.
We're like, inseparable. She was shadier than Sunglass Hut with Ray-Bans on sale, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it wasn't. Come on.
You just went to a totally different direction on that.
When a billionaire goes broke, it means he's got like $4 million.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
I found her to be deliciously out of control.
Oh man, looking forward to this fight.
Ooh, they about to get together. Watch, it's about to go down.
Somebody better take some pictures of this.
I just slapped the crap out of Nick.
And he's just his big head. You know, you can't count anything out. Look at you. It's been another awesome night at theStreamtv, guys.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us, you guys.
Yes.
We love you.
Hey, you know what? You know, we didn't get to finish that real quick talk about Hideo Kagami. It's like the creator of Metal Gear Solid didn't get to go and get his award.
Right, which is outrage.
Because he's actually not with Konami anymore. So,
but he still should have. I think he should have gotten the award.
He thanked everyone on Twitter. Konami was basically like, they're handling it not the greatest way, but that happens sometimes when like good relationships fall apart.
Yeah, and it's a tough position for Konami to be in. I think he's been classy about it. I actually think Konami afterwards has been pretty classy about it. I think he should have just gotten the award. The dude earned it. I mean, jeez.
Give him the reward, then move on. So it's like,
we would give you the award.
We're giving you that secret shout out. So what's going on with Jinx?
Jinx, so Jinx has been our sponsor for tonight. Jinx, the lifestyle apparel brand, they're big with gaming. And we've given away a couple prizes already, but we have the big prize, the grand prize. And I want to introduce the winner of our $200 Jinx gift certificate. Come on in, Sam Green. I'm going to stand up. You're probably seeing my belly. Sit down for a second. We're going to have you in here now. The reason why Sam is winning this is Sam here has been
I won something?
You won a $200 gift certificate to Jinx.
Sweet. I didn't even know I was winning. There wasn't even a contest.
Yes, but it's not a contest. We had some prizes, and you got it. He's been to every single taping of Comikaze. He's a huge Comikaze fan. We love having him here. You've been with us, and we look forward to seeing you more. And congratulations.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of me that easily.
Well, yeah, I can, because I'm gonna kick you out of the seat in a second. But again, congratulations. Great job, Sam. Thank you. It's good to see you again. Glad you made it out. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, man. Anything exciting going on for you guys this year?
A little thing called Comikaze. We're kind of working on it. We're setting it up.
Yeah, just wrapping up those projects, son. That's what the excitement is. No presents, projects. Wrapping them up.
Yes. All right, well, thank you. All right, now get out of here. Go collect your prize.
Go spend that money.
Woohoo! Thank you, Sam. Coolness, right?
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
And hopefully we'll see Sam at our next event. If you're watching, you're in the LA area, on December 22nd, we're going to have the Comikaze holiday party. I know we're having one. We're going to have another at Duff's Cake Mix. We did this last year.
Yeah, it was very fun.
We're going to be making Star Wars themed cupcakes and cakes. We're going to have celebrity designers. You can get your tickets at duffscakemix.com. You can find out more information on the Comikaze Facebook page. So come join us and make some cupcakes. I'll be there. Regina will be there. Hopefully you'll be there.
I'm going to make a cupcake, some kind of, maybe a C-3PO cupcake.
Or maybe a Death of Superman Lives cupcake.
I'll make it a Star Wars Superman Lives combo pack.
That would be unreal.
Crazy cupcake.
I would buy that. You know what I would do? I'd back that on Kickstarter.
Hey, maybe we'll make that happen.
So that's, hopefully we'll see you guys there.
Yeah, that sounds exciting.
John, what'd you think of our holiday party?
It's really great. I mean, me and you, we've been like talking nonstop. So there's all these people having fun.
Yeah, they're
eating
drunk.
candy, drinking.
They're hooking up.
We're just working. So we want to definitely sign off with, they'll come back to us, right? But let's throw over to Bernadette really quick.
Sign off with Bernadette one last time.
She's going to say bye to all you online viewers.
Back to you, Bernadette.
And I'm going to grab...
Thank you so much for joining us. I want to give a shout out to a couple people who've joined me in the chat for a while. Josh, Rock, you rock. T. Kane, Phil Marlowe, East Blue Drew, all you guys have been awesome. Special thanks to my parents on the East Coast. They stayed up to watch this. Neil Noel, I love you. Again, make sure to follow us at Stanley Comikaze and at theStreamtv for all your awesome Comikaze all year long wrap up. Hashtag us at Comikaze all year long. You can find me at Ms. Bernadette B. That's MS Bernadette B. And I hope you all had a fantastic night. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm going to wrap up this chat in a minute, maybe give away 1 or 2 more prizes, and then I'm going to give away the rest of the room. So anyways, thank you guys.
Hey, so I'm going to give away 2 copies of the film.
What is this?
It's called The Death of Superman Lives.
I've never heard of it.
It's a crazy documentary. Me and Holly Payne worked for 2.5 years on this thing.
I know where I saw it. I saw it on Showtime.
That's right. It's on Showtime. We also premiered it at Comikaze.
Hell yeah, you did.
The very first convention, actually, we screened the entire film for a packed house. They loved it. If you want to check it out, go to www.tdoslwh.com. It's kind of a tongue twister, but it's The Death of Superman Lives What Happened. Just the first letter, tdoslwh.com.
Couldn't even get it out.
It's a little hard to say, but you can get a digital download, buy it as a gift for the holiday seasons for one of your friends. I'm giving away a copy right now.
Yeah, let's give away a
Come on
copy.
over here, Green Hat.
Come on in.
Hey.
This dude. Congratulations.
Do you have a Blu-ray player?
Yes.
You do?
Congratulations.
You get this Blu-ray.
You're a winner, and
It's our
maybe he'll sign it
documentary.
for you. This is his documentary. Are you eligible for an Oscar with this?
No, unfortunately not. No, we're not eligible for the Oscar, but it won Oscars in some of the critics' hearts, so that's
Yes,
all
it
that
did.
matters to me. Who else?
Well,
Who gets this one?
It should be eligible for.
Get on over here.
You know why you're not eligible?
There's a-
Because you'd win. Yeah, look at this. It's like an elf.
You just
right
won
here.
The Death of Superman Lives What Happened. It's a documentary.
Are you familiar with this film?
I will be.
Do you know that he created it and directed it and produced it? And
It was a labor of love. A lot of people worked on it with me.
Yes.
Thanks to Marie Hamora, Christopher Grable, of course, producer Holly Payne. We all
And the
busted ass on
Kickstarter
it.
community that backed
all
you,
the Kickstarter people
that stayed with you.
Yeah, who stayed
for
with
a
me
long
for 2.5 years.
That's
the
great.
fan back community stayed with me. A whole bunch of everybody who helped. We really made it. Thank you guys for helping me make
Oh,
it.
I cannot wait to watch this. I'm so
Yay!
excited.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Happy holidays. You didn't even know you were going to get a present, but
Oh no.
there you
I
go.
dressed up for this occasion.
Yes, you did. You're like the elf on the
It's
shelf.
very festive and Christmassy. So.
Thank you so much. All righty. All right, get out of here.
Okay.
All right. We are like done. We're gonna head out. John, do you have? Where can they find you at?
Well, you guys can find me just on Instagram and Twitter. Just follow me at Jon Schnepp. It's just my name, at Jon Schnepp. Check that out. Once again, www.tdoslwh.com to get my film, get a digital download. Where can people find out about Comikaze?
Well, of course, KamikazeExpo.com is the best way to find out. You can also find our Facebook page, /Kamikaze. On the Twitter universe, at Stanley Kamikaze. I'm personally at MyLud, as in my Lud. So hopefully we will see you in January. We are planning a great show for January.
Yeah.
Some really cool guests already lined up that you're not going to want to miss.
Yeah, definitely. Don't forget December 22nd at Duff's.
22nd,
That's gonna
Duff's
be
Cake
crazy.
Mix, which is on Wilshire. Get your tickets. You do have to have a ticket for it because it's limited availability, and they might already be sold out for all I know. Last year it sold out in a week. But hopefully we'll see you guys there.
If not, next year,
And
2016.
happy holidays.
Yeah,
Happy
enjoy yourselves.
holidays.
Hang out with
Merry
your friends.
Christmas.
Tell your parents and loved ones that you
Yes.
love them. And we'll see you next year, right?
And thank you for coming. Happy holidays. Thank you for enjoying our party. Bye. Hopefully they'll turn the camera off now.
All right. That was fun.
Another one in the can.
Yeah.
Woo.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4. Number 4. That's fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Next one. So